Hello, folks. This is Trap Knows Magic. The little bit of the behind the scenes look right now. I just wanted to say, just do a little quick video, and I've got another free pack that's going to be opened right at the end of this and given out. I started this channel, because I watch almost all the Magic the Gathering YouTube creators. At least all the big ones, and I try to find those either small ones too, especially if it's like someone completely new, just whoever has excitement, for the game. I've been playing for so long that, for me, almost anything's exciting, to some degree at least. And there's, I find it so much easier for me to not really think about it because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And so speaking on that, when I first started, I only had one phone, and I needed that for the camera and on the cards, and had nothing else. So there was just audio. So just, some hands. It was still Mandy opening the packs. I don't know if I even ever opened packs. I think because by that time I already knew that Mandy had all the luck and I had very little in comparison. So it was like, Mandy was going to open the cards and I was just going to talk over and do kind of, voiceover. And for me, outside of this, I do other performances. I'll talk about that in just a second. But I was like, okay, that's cool, but it's not, didn't feel like something I was really excited about. So I just procrastinated, getting it out there. So, for example, I own a Force of Will full art, and the full art foil, in fact, from Devil Masters, yeah. But I never got it on camera. I think I ended up just doing, it was like just audio. And then at the time that Mandy got it, which I think was very early, I think it was either the third box I think we ever opened of the VIP packs, I literally fell out of my chair. I just I was lunging to check it out. And then I literally, the roller chair just completely went out from underneath me, and I fell down and fell into her paintings. So, which of course, afterwards I was thinking that was a tiny bit embarrassing, but I'm like, oh wait, no, that would have been absolutely perfect to get on camera. Those moments, those candid moments that, you can get on camera, you can't fake that excitement. You cannot fake opening a $200 plus lottery card, completely random. You've spent $100 on the pack itself, and you're just hoping that you can get that back. So I didn't have any of that on camera. So then I was like, okay, well, let me get some more cameras and do, what would my dream setup be, right? And so the videos that you see involve one camera for the cards being opened, one camera for the pile, which is just one by one, all the cards laid out in the pack. Another camera that goes, it's actually live streamed to my TV because I don't sit on top of the cards because it's just too much on top of each other. So I end up streaming the cards being opened and watch it on my TV the way that you watch the cards being opened. And then I have another camera that ends up filming me, you presenting and talking at all at the same time. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras, all at the same time, going. And then I, pile them together. And that was kind of like what I thought of my dream setup. And since I've, been doing that, I felt more confident in putting the videos out, but it takes, oh my gosh, it takes so much more editing time to put that all together with graphics, plus checking out the prices of the cards, getting that timed with the video. And then sometimes I'll, let's just say sometimes, a lot of times I'm actually filming long before that video ever comes out. So then I have to go back and update the prices because I like having the price at the time that you watch it. So I may have opened it, a month ago, but then by the time that you watch it, those prices have changed. And theoretically, the longer I wait, right, then those prices could be changed a lot, for the better. Something may have spiked up in price, but overall the cards end up going down because you don't have the hype of the pre-sale prices, which tend to be astronomical. So there's fun on both sides of it. I mean, one, waiting is then it's more realistic, right? And you have like a month or two, three, those prices have settled, and that's a more realistic of what the cards are worth. I tend to just do mid prices based on MTG Goldfish, because they're the easiest ones for me to check and look at on the screen. But then I think that's grad from TCG Player. And so, that was just, that was kind of my way of doing it. And I think everyone, kind of goes with whatever equipment they have. And, all of us are sharing the love of the cards. So one of the things I wanted to share with, the content creators is whatever you do, whether you do a slow video or a fast video, you get right to the cards. You got a lot of banter in the beginning. Maybe you don't have any banter. Music in the background. I'm a musician outside of this, along with a few other things. So for me, having some music is just absolutely, paramount to have. And so the music that you hear, I actually created myself. And I was thinking, well, maybe I should do different music, for each set, right? So I got some music, and I've done a ton of Modern Horizons 2. In fact, I've got some more of that. Then maybe I'll change it up, but then that requires even more work, But in the end, I think the work is worth it, and I hope that content creators, if you're feeling, frustrated with trying to create something that is engaging, if you feel frustrated in the sense of trying to get the viewership up and trying to get the engagement, from the fans going and whatnot, don't give up. That's all I can say. Trust your gut, because I can tell you right now, the number one thing that I look for in Magic card opening videos or of any kind is the lighting. The number one thing is good lighting. If you have good lighting, it makes the focus and quality of the HD even higher. Less light, it's harder to get that crisp video. And we want to see the cards in the best light possible. So as much light as you can get it. And that's the one that makes me. Those are the ones that make me watch. The banter and all that other stuff. I mean, there's a few like way up there that are so good, trying to have that level of personality and performance, while at the same time opening cards, while at the same time reacting to what you're seeing. That's a lot, for the brain to handle, especially for some people. And I think if you just trust your gut, you're doing your best already. You're loving the game. We love the game. That's all that matters. Slow videos, fast videos. I see a lot of content creators like complaining about, like, not complaining, but just mentioning, hey, I'm sorry, I can't look at that. I know we got to go fast. For who? Because trust me, I would much rather you go slow and have the fun that you really want to have with these extremely expensive cards than you go fast for fear of criticism from fans that aren't really true fans in the first place, because the truest fans are the ones that like exactly what you're doing. And you're gonna burn out if you stop and have to rework yourself every single time in a way that you don't particularly enjoy. So you're moving faster than you like to move, or you're moving slower than you like to move. Just go at your pace and do your thing. And I promise you, the slice of fans that enjoy that style, they will come. They will come and repeatedly come to you, because they're like, okay, that's a content creator that I share some, connection with. That whether it's the format that they play. By the way, I play standard more than anything else. That's always been my thing. I don't really mess with modern, legacy, vintage, dual-headed giant, pauper, right? There's so many that I can play, because once you know the game, you can kind of play any format. But standard just kind of always been my thing, and so therefore the newest set is always my thing. But trusting yourself, I think, is a big deal, because when you trust yourself, then the fans trust you, and they can count on you to give them what they want, and which ends up being what you want, and then you have more longevity. So I just wanted to tell all the content creators out there, big and small, thank you. You entertain me for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You know, this is a kind of a thank you shout out, you know, things off the top of my head. Big shout out to Dual Counter, which, you know, so Dual Counter, you know, they actually make this little dice set and a case for that. And it's really cool. It's really cool, really sleek too. And I bought a box from them, but I didn't have them open it up. I wanted to open up, you know, for myself, and it ended up being in like amazing box, which you haven't seen yet. That will be the next Modern Horizons 2 box. But I try to put something different in between because I've just literally done one thing. But another big shout out is to Versus Games San Francisco. So Versus Games is pretty much 90% of my boxes that I've gotten from, and I've gotten everything from the Phyrexian Vorinclex foil. Actually, Mandy, I shouldn't say I got them, Mandy got them. 2 of them, in fact. And that was back in the day before I had, you know, any kind of good camera or anything like that. So I was like, oh gosh, we're just getting so many great cards, and I'm not capturing it. And it would be like late at night, and we don't want to put all the cameras up. And we've got, you know, kids, and I live in a extremely expensive but extremely small apartment. So, you know, it's kind of everyone on top of everyone. We have to utilize the whole space of the apartment. But I live in a, you know, really nice area. So trying to, you know, balance everything, space, time, responsibilities outside of this, my other passions, which, you know, if anyone you know me personally, I play heavy metal music and I play funk music. And my whole family is music and entertainment. Like pretty much 95% of my family has some relation to the music or entertainment, you know, industry. And so, you know, whether it's just helping out at different times or it's just, you know, just coming to the shows. So, you know, I'll be gone and I'll be on tour and I can't make these videos, but I'm trying to keep up consistency and you know, build fan base. So, it's a bit of a juggle, but I've gotten, so, you know, I have like, you know, just literally a handful of subscribers that are awesome. I don't really watch my videos afterwards. And I don't check the comments very regularly, just because I don't want to psych myself out, you know, and not that I can't handle criticism. I definitely can. But the truth is I haven't gotten a lot of it. I've actually gotten a lot of positivity, and I'm like, okay, but I don't want that to therefore be like, I'm starting way up here and this starts going down. No. And you know, that starts to play on you. Fortunately, I've been in the entertainment business for so long, that I'm well aware that things come and go, things have a life cycle, including brands and so on and so forth. And if I'm going to do something, I really want to do it to the best of my ability. So, you know, a big shout out to everyone who's commenting, so much positivity, and I'm thanking all of you. And I'm having trouble like actually connecting with folks, you know, on YouTube, which I need to put some more effort and energy to figure out that. So on Instagram, Traff Knows Magic, once again, you can hit me up there. It's a little easier for me to connect and also, you know, to give out prizes and so on and so forth. So talking about what's coming up, I've gotten a couple of comments like maybe Mystery Booster, and I know I'm behind. I'm way behind in terms of putting videos up, but I'm not behind in terms of opening up boxes. So I do have a Mystery Booster box video that just hasn't been edited. I do have I know I have a Innistrad Midnight Hunt video that hasn't been done, another Modern Horizons 2 collector booster box that hasn't been done, and I'm pretty sure I've got at least one other. I'm trying to think of what set that would have been. Commander Legends, I think. But, and then I've got a whole bunch of video from the old, you know, pre 4 or 5 camera setup that I don't even know necessarily if I could salvage that and make that, you know, presentable. But then that would be in and of itself a challenge. And, you know, there's some cool stuff that, you know, probably shouldn't be just thrown out, you know. I'm not particularly concerned about the, you know, the money from YouTube or the subscribers and this, that, and the other, you know, the business end of it. Not that I don't care. I think it's just a matter of make the best product that you can. And I think people will notice the effort and the authenticity of that effort. And that will create a network of engaged folks. Period. Um, you things about that. Once again, I'm this is spitting this off the top of my head, but I try to say folks more. You might notice that. Because it's easy for me to say, hey guys, guys, this, the male, pronouns, tend to be used so generically. And a big issue, that I have with a lot of things well outside of Magic, but since Magic is close to my heart, I'm focusing on that, is there aren't enough minorities that play. There aren't enough minorities that we see play. I mean, it's an international game, but we don't see enough of the world of Magic and the different languages and the artistic nature of like cards in Russian. I used to get boxes in Russian. Got a good deal on some, and they look really cool. But at that time I wasn't making any videos whatsoever, so it wasn't even a concept in my head. But I'm like, wow, you just don't see these every day, and the concept of like Japanese cards are worth more, but then these cards are worth less, and so on and so forth, which is a bit silly. I mean, I kind of go with the artwork more than anything else. But the letters and all that artwork is the artwork of the letters and the verbiage, that's part of the game as well. And so, I'm encouraging more content creators from other countries, even if they have put subtitles on the bottom, they'd be great to see that. Big one is females. There are not enough females. There are not enough, multi-gender and queer and LGBTQ plus members who are feeling confident to play the game, feeling confident to go into a room with a bunch of boys and hold their own, at an all-day tournament. They're just, if it's uncomfortable for them, then I think that's where I want to look. I want to look inward and say, what can I do to make sure that they know the moment that they walk in the door, we are excited for them to be here. So I need to say, ladies, tell me about the cards that you're opening up. Ladies, tell me about what sets you're opening up. Gay folks and bisexual folks and people of all shapes and asexual folks. Part of the game and part of the commentary you might notice and see in certain videos where consistently there will be some kind of like affirmative or positive complimentary comment on like the female characters that are looking so sexy and things like that. She's pretty and so on and so forth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if there's only that, right, then we're losing out on the breadth of what Magic is really meant to be, which is meant to bring people of all shapes, sizes, ages, colors, codes and creeds, together. And it's got, there's a reason why there's barely any, females who are playing the game, which is a shame, because there's like tons and tons and tons and tons of decks and artwork and strategies that could be utilized, that might be utilized even more by females and people of different sexualities and genders and things like that. And so I don't want the game and the culture and the community to ever limit itself, because this game is meant to be unlimited. It's meant to explore worlds and themes that go far beyond the norm or what is now the majority. And I don't particularly care whether one's a majority or not a majority. I just particularly care that everyone feels welcome. That's it. As long as everyone comes to the table and they feel respected, encouraged, supported, and welcome and seen, they don't have to hide or minimize what they are, their level of playing, their level of skill. It doesn't matter. Come, we're gonna have fun tonight. And that's the energy and the type of community that I'm hoping that I can grow. So that's a little bit, off the top of my head. I know this video's gone long, but I feel like I mean every single word that I'm saying, and I hope that anyone who watched all the way to this moment is feeling the positivity that I'm trying to create and to share, because that's what I've felt in all of my time playing Magic. So I'm gonna put another free pack at the end of this, and and got more videos coming, and I'm actually working on a new strategy for my version of a full box giveaway, which, I try to do things a little bit differently, right? And as you'll see, my hair changes quite a bit. You're gonna see, I think in the last video of my hair, I actually have my braids in, but I'm in between, depending on in between shows and whatnot. I don't have braids and I do have braids, and it's, it's kind of crazy. So, so you're gonna see probably a little more styles and themes and whatnot. But thank you so much just for spending a little time. Even if one person, watches this, I'll feel like I've accomplished something. So be well. Have fun, stay safe. We'll see you again. Trap Knows Magic. Like, comment, subscribe. Have some fun. Reach out. Peace.